joining me right now with her thoughts on all of it, former Republican Congresswoman Nan Hayworth of New York. Congresswoman, good to have you here. What do you think it's going to wind up being?
Well, probably, unfortunately, somewhere north of 15. And one of the biggest challenges we have, of course, that once they start actually getting into the nitty-gritty of creating this policy, there are many tax preferences, credits, incentives that create an effective tax rate, right? So, you know, nominally it's 39%, but once you get done with the rack rate, it gets down to somewhere around 25%. So they've really got to have a dramatic, absolutely too high. They've really got to have a dramatic drop to make a difference, and I'm for it.
The important thing to remember, too, is that, you know, look, if you're a small business owner, you can't afford to have all the legal, you know, expertise and the accountants that are helping you to figure out how to keep money offshore so you're not actually paying the full-on 39%. But, you know, they don't have that. So small business owners would really benefit from some simplification. 15% is certainly a starting point. Let me ask you this, Congresswoman. Tax rates on the individual side. It seems as though the president's a little willing to compromise that. Do you think everyone's going to get a tax cut?
I think the more of us who get a tax cut, the better off we'll be, most definitely. I agree with you that it's un-American to punish prosperity, but it's not just that. Just as you said, we want dollars flowing into the actual working economy. Every dollar that goes to government and not to the citizen sector, as I like to call the public sector, the private sector, that is, it's going to hurt us. So they ought to be aiming to reduce everyone's taxes. And I think because we have to compromise so much with Democrats, because we still have the filibuster to deal with in the Senate, we're going to have a challenge there.
Does the compromise happen? I mean, it seems as though, in some ways, the president's been driven straight into the arms of Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi because his own darn party can't, you know, figure out how to get from A to B.
Well, that's right. That's right. And it really is on the shoulders of Senator McConnell to take that bold move. I'm not the only one talking about it. The president's talked about it.
He certainly has. I feel his frustration.
Right. Well, the more we know that Senator Schumer is dedicated to driving more dollars to the federal government. He wants to tax. He wants to spend. Maybe he believes in it, but certainly politically that's what he wants to do. So the more power he has through the filibuster, right, through withholding, just with 40 votes, he can withhold progress.
Well,
we're just dealing with Republicans.
So you want to get rid of the filibuster. Okay. You know, that's a possibility. What I'd like to see is actually the Republican Party start to get on board with the Republican president. Because they could accomplish a lot together. But this is going nowhere if they keep tearing at each other, and, you know, Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan are not fully on board. Anyway, Congressman Hayworth, good to have you here. Thank you very much. We're taking a quick break. I'll be right back.